uncle took me fishing and waited until we were miles from shore to tell me I wasn't coming back. We were drifting in open water when he cut the engine and turned to look at me. Your father destroyed my life. I set down my fishing rod because something in his voice made my hands shake. Uncle Marty, what are you talking about? He stood up slowly. The house, the business, everything your grandmother left behind was supposed to be mine, and he stole it. I moved back until I hit the railing. That was between you and my dad. I was 10 years old. He laughed, but there was nothing funny in it. You're right. You were just a kid, but your father loves you more than anything in this world. He took a step toward me, and I looked around for somewhere to go, but there was nothing but dark water in every direction. So I'm going to take you from him the same way he took everything from me. I tried to run, but he grabbed me by the throat and lifted me off my feet. I've been waiting years for this. He threw me over the side, and I hit the water so hard it felt like concrete. The cold shocked the air out of my lungs, and I sank before I could scream. I kicked toward the surface and gasped for breath. Then I saw that the boat was already 10 feet away. I swam toward it and grabbed onto the platform at the back. Please, I choked out. Please don't do this to me. He walked over and looked down at me like I was nothing. Your father is going to spend the rest of his life wondering what happened to his little girl. He picked up an oar and raised it over his head. And every year on your birthday, he's going to remember that I'm the one who took you. The oar came down and I let go just before it cracked against the platform. I tried to grab on again and he swung faster. Stop fighting. You're embarrassing yourself. The oar connected with my shoulder and I heard something snap. Pain exploded down my arm and I fell back into the water. He crouched down. Nobody's coming for you out here and the fish will take care of the evidence. He smiled and it was the most terrifying thing I had ever seen. I told your father I'd make him pay. He should have listened. He started the engine. Don't worry. I hear drowning is peaceful once you stop fighting it. The boat pulled away and the wake pushed me under. When I came back up, he was already gone. I screamed until my throat was sore, but he never looked back. I tried to swim, but my shoulder was useless and the current kept pushing me sideways. I floated on my back and the silence was so complete I could hear my own heartbeat. My legs were going numb and every breath took more effort than the last. I started counting to keep myself awake because I knew if I closed my eyes, I would never open them again. I was past 300 when I heard an engine. I lifted my head and saw a white boat cutting across the water maybe 100 yards away. I slapped the surface with my good arm, but my voice was gone. The boat kept going and I watched it pass and something inside me broke. Then the engine slowed. Hey, a man's voice carried across the water. Is someone out there? I slapped harder and the boat turned back toward me. He pulled up alongside and leaned over the railing and his face went white. Oh my God, give me your hand. He grabbed my arm and hauled me over the side and I collapsed on the deck shaking so hard I couldn't speak. He wrapped a blanket around me and grabbed his radio. Coast Guard. I just pulled a woman out of the water 6 miles offshore. She's hypothermic with a broken arm. He looked down at me. Who did this to you? I choked out my uncle's name and what his boat looked like and he repeated everything into the radio. They told him units were on the way. He crouched next to me. You're safe now. You hear me? You're safe. He sat with me while we waited and his hands were trembling too. I saw splashing and figured it was a dolphin. He said quietly. I don't know why I turned around. He looked at me and shook his head. I almost didn't.